James plans to start his own business after high school. James Schaefer. Up next we have number 33, Lane Vaughn, son of Ellie and Corey Vaughn. Lane played football for 4 years, wrestling 4 years, baseball for 1 year. Lane plans to attend a trade school after high school. Mr. Lane Vaughn. Up next we have number 44, Cole Derryberry, son of Danielle and Justin Derryberry. Cole played football for 4 years, plans to attend Kennesaw State University. Mr. Cole Derryberry. Next we have number 53, Griffin Moore, son of Angela and Donnie Moore. Griffin played football for 4 years, plans to enlist in the United States Marine Corps. Mr. Griffin Moore. Next we have number 55, Joe Gillum, son of Jamie Simmons. Joe played football for 4 years, plans to attend college after high school. Mr. Joe Gillum. Next we have number 62, Parker Ray, son of Amanda and Matthew Ray. Parker played football for 3 years, plans to attend Dalton State to pursue a degree in secondary education. Mr. Parker Ray. Next we have number 66, Joshua Murtaugh, son of Miriam and Michael Murtaugh. Played football for 4 years, wrestled for 4 years, and plans to wrestle in college and pursue a degree in business. Mr. Joshua Murtaugh. Next we have number 70, Joseph Mason, son of April and Joseph Mason. Joseph played football for 2 years, track for 3 years, plans to attend college and major in psychology. Mr. Joseph Mason. Next we have number 82, Ben Johnston, son of Jennifer and Jeremy Johnston. Ben played football for 1 year, basketball for 3 years, golf 3 years, and plans to attend college after high school. Mr. Ben Johnston. Final football player is number 84, Eli Peak, son of Ori and Charlie Peak. Eli played football for 3 years, plans to attend college and major in mechanical engineering.
She's the baby that everybody
Mr. Eli Peak. Next, we recognize our band seniors. First, we have Lucas Avens, escorted by Carrie and Stephen Avens. Lucas was in the band for 4 years, plans to attend Georgia Tech and major in physics. Lucas Avens. Next we have Adelie Parrish, escorted by Mary and Evan Parrish. Adelie was in the band for 6 years. Plans on attending the University of Georgia and majoring in forensic pathology. Miss Adelie Parrish. Next we will be recognizing our cheerleaders. First one is Jenna Clare, escorted by Holly and Kaylee Clare. Jenna was on the football and competition cheerleading for 4 years. Plans on pursuing a career as an esthetician. Jenna Clare. Next we have Kaylee Cruz, escorted by Jason Cruz. Kaylee was on the football and competition cheerleading team for 3 years. Plans to attend college and pursue a career in elementary education. This is Kaylee Cruz. Next we have Lexi Delaney, escorted by Amber Delaney LeCroy and Jonathan LeCroy. Lexi played basketball for 3 years, cross country 1 year, football and competition cheerleading for 1 year. Plans to attend UTC and pursue a degree in nursing. This is Lexi Delaney. Next is Jamie Straub, escorted by Kelly Straub, Susan Straub, and Nicole Wilhoit. Played tennis for 4 years, football and competition cheerleading for 1 year. Plans to attend college to become a labor and delivery nurse. Jamie Straw. Next is Macy Williams, scored by Heather and Brian Williams. Football and competition cheerleading for 1 year. Plans to attend college and become a lawyer. This is Macy Williams. The final senior cheerleader is May Ziegenfelder, escorted by Christy Ziegenfelder. On the competition in football cheerleading for 1 year, plans on attending Kennesaw State to pursue a career in healthcare. May Ziegenfelder. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these seniors a big round of applause and their parents also. We're certainly proud of these young men and young women.
Yes, it's 1-5.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Chickamauga's beautiful Billy Neal Ellis Stadium, Bobby Field, located on the campus of Gordon Lee High School. The correct stadium time is 7:14, and we're approximately 16 minutes away from kickoff between the visiting Dade County Wolverines and your Gordon Lee Trojans.
You gotta come see us on September 27th. We've got 15% off all Echo Power equipment. It's trimmers, blowers, chainsaws, you name it. Top quality tools at great prices. Don't miss out and come see us at Ace Hardware Lookout. You know we're always ready to help.
I'm Jimmy Sprayberry, class of '79. I grew up here in Chickamauga. Krista and I raised our children here. You know, I learned a whole lot about life on this field, and ever since 1988, I've been helping folks with their insurance needs.
When I turned 60, I too became bombarded with phone calls and junk mail about Medicare insurance.
And that's why I want to offer you a free Medicare review.
It's an honor to serve the community that I live in and help it to thrive. Here at Summit Physical Therapy, we focus on getting you back doing the things that you love to do. With years of trusted experience, we're bringing expert health care closer to home. It's hometown healing with care that's personal, local, and built around you. Coming soon to our North Georgia communities.
The Trojan Club raises money to support all athletics at Gordon Lee High School. 100% of all proceeds benefit our student athletes, and we like to say thank you.
Thanks for the turf and the video board.
We love our renovated dugouts and video board.
Thank you for covering all drug testing in our athletic fees.
We appreciate the drones and the Titan GPS trackers.
We appreciate you covering our state travel fees and equipment upgrades.
Thank you for our custom whiteboard and our upgraded lockers.
We love our awesome new court and video board.
Thanks for paying our entry fees to our tournaments and everything you do for our athletes.
If you want to be a part of this greatness, scan this Venmo code and donate to the Trojan Club today.
I bought my very first home here 22 years ago.
Since then, this town has become more than a place. It's my community, my passion, and my purpose. I've helped families grow, empty nesters downsize, and dreamers take their first big step.
Whether you're buying or selling, remember me. Let's write your next chapter together.
Looking for an affordable, convenient way to jumpstart your career? At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we make education work for you. With hands-on training, many tuition-free programs through the Hope Career Grant, plus a 99% job placement rate means you'll be ready to fill in-demand jobs. Don't wait. Get the skills you need for the job you want. Visit gntc.edu today and start building your future.
It's all Navy, baby, and we stand with them. At Dade Energy, we fuel progress, when and where you need it. Reliable, on time, every time. Because community isn't just where we work,
It's who we are.
At Ace Hardware of Lookout, we're making it easier than ever to upgrade your home with Cali flooring. They've got beautiful styles, durable quality, and perfect for any room in your house. And the best part, it's a fast turnaround, so you don't have to wait weeks to start your project. Plus, we offer free delivery on anything that you buy from us. And it doesn't stop there, because we're all about paint. We've got a full line of Benjamin Moore paint. We've got countertop options that have samples in quartz and granite. And we've got cabinets for your kitchen, your laundry, and your bathroom. You can literally sit down and put all this together in one place. And we've got a spot waiting for you. So come see us today at Ace Hardware of Lookout. You know we're always ready to help.
up with it.
I started helping people buy homes in 2017, and for 8 years, I've been showing up when they need me. I believe relationships drive success. It's about being available when it matters most. My mission? Keep it easy. Buying your first home should feel clear, not complicated. Let's go step by step together. You'll move into your next chapter feeling confident and ready. Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing, let's take the mortgage journey together.
On the field, it's not just sweat you're losing. You're losing minerals, vitamins, and focus. Let's be real. Water really does suck until you put something in it. Real flavor, no fake junk, electrolytes that fuel performance. Champions hydrate smarter. Water sucks. Fuel that matters.
When you want to keep up with the Gordon Lee Trojans, you listen to Brent, Jay, Ricky, and all the guys here. But when you want a home mortgage, you should call Payne Mortgage Team, where we are reinventing the mortgage experience. We'll take care of you, we'll even have some fun, and you'll get a brand new house.
Welcome back to the Trojan Network.
All right, good evening, Trojan Nation. Apologize, had a little bit of technical difficulty there during senior night, lost internet, but we are back. Mr. Millard, as always, making it happen from the tech side of things and the video side of things. He's got us up and running, and we are here for a beautiful night of college or high school football here in downtown Chickamauga. The temperatures have dropped. We've got a pink sky above us. Trojan marching band lined up in that traditional L. Seniors are getting lined up down here in the end zone to get ready to come out as captains. And we're going to have a great night of high school football. And to be quite honest with you, this town certainly needs a great night of high school football after a really tough couple of weeks, not only for these players, but the community in general. Over the past 2 weeks, we've seen a lot of tragedy here in Chickamauga. Lost a young man by the name of Sawyer Hickson to a motorcycle accident who was a friend to many of the players on the team. Unfortunately, this week, starting quarterback Dustin Day lost his father, Dusty Day, to a long battle with illness. Lane Vaughn, our all-purpose back and middle linebacker, lost his grandfather, Gary Vaughn, this week. And then a former student of Chickamauga, Richard Westmoreland, passed away in a hang gliding incident this week as well. So a lot of things going on, a lot of things on the minds of these players in this community. So we're excited to have high school football tonight as a sanctuary, not only for the players, but for the community. Hopefully keep all of these players in this community in your thoughts and prayers. The Trojan seniors are walking to the 50-yard line. Again, all season long, Coach Groce has sent out the entire senior class as honorary captains, and then he'll send 2 to 4 players to midfield for the actual coin toss. Your Trojans come in with a 4-1 record and currently in second place here in Region 7A. Looks like tonight we'll have Vaughn, Groce, Moore, and Norton as your captains, and they'll head out to the 50-yard line for the coin toss. Again, the Trojans off to a great start here halfway through the season, but still a ton of work to do to work themselves into the playoffs and potentially get a couple of home games here in the playoffs for the Trojans. That all starts tonight, one game at a time, seeing if we can move to 2-0 in region play. We'll try to keep you posted on other scores. Currently, Fannin County is in first place in the region. They're undefeated already, or not undefeated on the season, but undefeated in region play and 2-0, with the Trojans only 1-0 here in region play. This will be the last Trojan home game until we get all the way to October 30th. That's a Thursday night. Reminder, the game was scheduled for October 31st, which is Halloween. They've moved that up one day to October 30th. So that should be an exciting Thursday night of football. Looks like the Trojans won the toss, decided to defer. So we will be on defense to get this game started. See if we can put a stop to these Dade County Wolverines on this first possession and get out to an early lead. Trojans were able to build a 6-score lead last week before giving up their first points. Trojans were able to play a lot of young guys, basically from the second possession of the second half on. None of the starters for the Trojans were in the game. And those young Trojan players got a lot of experience, which hopefully will pay dividends in the weeks and years to come. Those honorary senior captains have now joined their team behind the new inflatable Trojan helmet. And we will bring them out, led by the cheerleaders through the L, baby. And now the Trojans being led by number 33, Lane Vaughn. Mentioned earlier he lost his grandfather this week. And I know this young man is excited to have a little bit of peace of mind out here in his sanctuary, which is a football field. Hoping to see him have a great night tonight. Again, the Trojans will go on defense. Clock's been set to 12 minutes. We'll get the band off the field and we will get this game underway. Before we get started, let's recognize the sponsors of the Trojan Network. Greg Payne Mortgage Team, Beth Price and Keller Williams, Water Sucks, Local Storage, North Georgia Technical College, Jessica Parrish TVFCU, Chitter Chatter, Jimmy Sprayberry Insurance, Honey Plus June Boutique, Crawfish Springs Custom Cabinetry and Millworks, Jordan Dupree United Real Estate Experts, the Trojan Club, Jat Energy, Real Estate Partners, Burke French Homes, Summit Physical Therapy, the Local Beard Company, and Nick Bomar Trucking. Both teams are on the field and set up and ready to go. Ira Grimes, number 26, will kick off to start this game. Had a really good week last week kicking off. We did get one extra point blocked. Chattooga had a couple 6'4", 6'5", 6'7" gentlemen on the defensive line. One of those extra points was blocked, which is the only imperfection on Grimes' resume this season. I'm sure he is ready to get rolling tonight. There's going to be a deep kickoff. This thing's going to be fielded at right at the 10-yard line. Going to be taken across the field slightly. Big hole up the middle. But number 8, Bryson Oliver, makes a touchdown-saving tackle there. Red Sea parted a little bit there in the middle of the field. Looked like the Trojans lost lane integrity, and that football was taken all the way out to the 43-yard line. So good field position for the Dade County Wolverines to start this game. We're going to put this Trojan defense to the test early with that field position, but we'll see what our Trojans can do. Looks like we're going to have number 8, Bryson Oliver at corner. At the bottom of your screen, number 5, Noah Garrison at the top. Number 1, Landon Norton playing safety at the top of your screen. Looks like number 11, Hurley McAllister, safety at the bottom of your screen. Looks like we got a false start to start the game, so that's good. From a linebacker perspective, looks like we've got number 33, Vaughn, and number 9, Groce. Defensive ends are going to be number 3, Price. Looks like number 6, the menace, Garrett Ross. Then we're going to have 45, Sean Harms at Benefold, defensive tackle. Trying to make out the other defensive tackle's number. I'll get that here in just a minute. I believe that's number 66, if I'm not mistaken, which is Joshua Murtaugh. Trojan shift here to the right. It's going to be a run to the outside. Big hit made to start the game by none other than number 33, Lane Vaughn, taking out some aggression on that back for about a 1-yard loss to get this game started. I know that felt good for Vaughn. He was ready to make contact and exploded on that running back, bringing up second down and right at 16 yards. Ball sits still at the 43-yard line. Wolverines come out twins at the top of the screen, single receiver at the bottom, empty backfield. Looks like it's going to be a passing situation, but they're going to run it on a jet sweep to the outside. They do get a little bit of leverage. Number 1, Norton, actually does a really good job sealing off the top there, buying time for some of those linebackers to come over the top and make that tackle after about a 7-yard gain. So Sean Harms Benefold made that tackle there. That's going to bring up third and about 8 yards here. Ball sits at the 45-yard line. So that was a nice jet sweep there for the Wolverines. They're going to come out empty backfield again. Trips at the bottom of your screen. Twins at the top. Certainly a passing opportunity here. Going to be a straight drop back, throw to the outside. Going to be in and out of the hands of the receiver. Incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 8. It looks like the Wolverines will bring out their punting unit and go 3 and out here to the Trojans. Number 1, Landon Norton back to return. Looks like he's going to stand at about the 22-yard line. If you were watching last week, you saw Norton take one to the house about 65 yards. We'll see if we can have another one of those tonight. Currently, the Wolverines are lined up with no gunners. If the Trojans are smart, they'll be able to pin them inside here and leave an alley to this bottom of your screen. But they kick the ball to the top. It's going to take 1 bounce out of bounds. Looks like the Trojans are going to get the ball at about the 22-yard line. 1st and 10. Not a bad punt there. Looked like the Wolverines watched some film, saw what Norton was capable of, and decided to punt that one to the sideline. Trojans are going to come out trips at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top. Looks like Groce is going to be in the back, but he's going to go in motion. We're going to throw a quick throw to the outside to Groce. Good blocking on the outside, and Groce is going to come up the sideline. Unfortunately, we've got a flag here. Looks like it's going to be holding at the bottom of your screen, potentially on number 11, Hurley McAllister. It's after a gain of about 8 before that holding flag came out, so probably will end up being 1st and 12 for the Trojans after that holding penalty. Really nice play design there by Campbell. It does require the receivers to stay in blocking formation for quite a long time, and oftentimes that'll result in a holding penalty, which it did there. They're going to step this off. I said it was going to be 1st and 12. This official seems to be really confused about stepping off this penalty. Not really sure why. Here we go. I've never seen anything like this. Good grief. All right, stepping off the penalty, and it's going to make it 1st and 10. Wow, that was a wasted play and a waste of time. Let's get this thing rolling again. So the ball sits again at the 22. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. The only thing we lost there was a little bit of time. Day in at quarterback. Groce in the backfield. Trips at the top of your screen. Single receiver at the bottom. Going to be a handoff to Groce up the middle. Makes a couple of nice moves. And he is rolling, tackling it down at about the 40-yard line after a 17-yard pickup. So nice run there by Groce. He'll come off. Vaughn will come on. 2 touches for Groce so far. One of them didn't count. The other one goes for about 17 yards, and the football now sits at the 40-yard line. So call it 18 yards there for Groce. Trips at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top. Vaughn in the backfield to the right of Day. Going to be a handoff to Vaughn straight up the middle. He's got a ton of running room. He's going to take it all the way across midfield down to the 39-yard line. So big run there by Vaughn. And that's going to be another Beth Price, Keller Williams. 1st down for your Trojans. Looks like the Trojans are going to stay with trips at the bottom of your screen in McAllister, Oliver, and Garrison. Looks like Ross at the top of your screen here. Going to be a handoff again to Vaughn up the middle. Contact's made a little sooner there, but pickup of about 3 yards there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Trojans. Football now sits at about the 36-yard line. Clock is down to 9 minutes and 3 seconds left to go here in the 1st quarter.
It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Here's a run at the top of your screen to Groce. He's going to get another Beth Price Keller Williams 1st down. Football's going to make it all the way down to the 25-yard line. So once again, 1st and 10 for your Trojans. Looks like Dade County's decided to take a timeout to discuss what they're seeing defensively. As they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout.
I'm Jimmy Sprayberry, class of 79. I grew up here in Chickamauga. Krista and I raised our children here. You know, I learned a whole lot about life on this field, and ever since 1988, I've been helping folks with their insurance needs.
When I turned 60, I too became bombarded with phone calls and junk mail about Medicare insurance.
And that's why I want to offer you a free Medicare review.
All right, Trojan Network fans, we are back. In the Trojans' first possession, they are rolling down the field. Ball sits at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. It's been a combination of Groce and Vaughn all the way down the field. We started at our own 22. Again, now sit at the 26-yard line of the Wolverines. Looks like Groce is now back at the backfield. Twins at the top of your screen. Single receiver at the bottom. Going to be a quick toss to number 5, Garrison, who goes up, makes an incredible catch. High points the football, and he's going to pick up 5 yards, bringing up 2nd and 5. Really nice catch there by Garrison, once again showing his sure-handedness. Groce is going to come off. Vaughn's going to come back on. Offensive line doing a stellar job so far tonight, creating some lanes for these running backs. I would expect to see that again here. Another handoff to Vaughn. He's going to head to the outside, use a little bit of speed. Does break the edge. Going to put him out of bounds right at the 11-yard line, and that's going to be another Beth Price Keller Williams 1st down for Gordon Lee Trojans. Looked like the Wolverines might be able to cut Vaughn off. Vaughn used that deceptive speed to beat him to the outside and then run for that 1st down. Twins at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Again, Vaughn in the backfield. Going to be another handoff to Vaughn right up the middle. He's going to smash into a few folks, take the football all the way down to the 4-yard line, which is going to bring up 2nd and 3. Trojans are able to get a 1st down here inside the 1-yard line, but I'd suggest we just go ahead and score a touchdown, not worry about the 1st down. Looks like we're going to go heavy set here with multiple tight ends. Looks like we've got Ross, who's actually going to come out bottom of your screen at receiver. Price at tight end at the bottom of your screen. Harms Benefold at tight end at the top of your screen. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Groce up the middle. Contact made with Groce early. He takes the football down to the 3-yard line. Going to bring up third and about 2 there. Again, ball sits at the 3. Trojans need to get inside the 1 for a first down, or just go ahead and get the 3 yards here for the touchdown. Heavy set at the bottom of your screen with Price and Harms Benefold. Groce in the backfield. Here's going to be a QB run for Dade. He gets hit, takes the ball all the way inside the 2-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. And about a yard. Trojans are definitely going to go for it here. Ball sits at the 2-yard line. 4th and 1 for the Trojans. Vaughn now in the backfield. Would not expect anything less than a straight thunder run from Vaughn right up the middle here. Hand off to Vaughn, right up the middle, end zone, touchdown Trojans. And that touchdown is brought to you by Lane Vaughn and Jordan Dupree at United Real Estate Experts. That'll make the score 6-0 for your Trojans with 6:15 left. Folks, that was a methodical drive down the field. Trojans worked about 6 minutes off the clock and just ate it all up on the ground except for that one pass from Dade to Garrison. But again, Trojans lead 6-0, pending the extra point here by Grimes. Your holder's going to be number 4, Braxton Daniel. Here's the snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. And that'll make the score 7-0 for your Gordon Lee Trojans. It's exactly what the Trojans wanted to do on that first possession. Quite honestly, just physically manhandled the Wolverines all the way from the 22 of the Trojans into the end zone for a touchdown. Quick 3 and out here, and another methodical drive like that could potentially break the will of these Wolverines, and the route could be on. Student section all dressed in pink tonight, looking good. Not sure what the theme was, but I love the pink. Breast cancer awareness, potentially. Grimes is going to line up for this kickoff. The last kickoff was deep to the 10-yard line, but unfortunately the Trojans did not do a good job with lane integrity on that kickoff. Left a gap right up the middle. The football was returned all the way to the 42-yard line. Sure, they've been coached up here. Would expect a much quicker tackle this time. Here's a short kick. It's going to bounce around. Opportunity for the Trojans to recover it. Number 20, Dylan Curry. The nice shot there on the back, trying to knock that football out. But it's going to be recovered there by the Wolverines at the 35-yard line. But we're going to set it on the 36.
Was placed on the 36-yard line. First down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 there for the Wolverines. Trojan marching band is jamming out tonight. Fortunately for me, nobody can see my dance moves up here. I do a mean sprinkler though. Single receiver top and bottom. Going to be a handoff on a dive here up the middle. Hit's going to be made by a host of Trojans, and that back is going to want none of that. And look who comes out of the pile. 2 of our killers, number 33 Vaughn, number 6 Ross, and also number 4 Braxton Daniel. If I was an opposing coach, I would know where Vaughn and Ross were, like right now at the top of your screen, and I wouldn't run it there, but that's just me. Going to be empty set here, trips at the top, twins at the bottom, no back in the backfield. Looks like the Trojans are going to bring the blitz, but they jump off sides Trojans were hungry to make something happen there. Probably going to cost them 5 yards, and that'll bring up probably 2nd and 4. So that'll be the best play so far of the night for the Wolverines. 5-yard gain from a penalty. Football now sits at the 42-yard line of the Wolverines.
Falls on the 47-yard line. It's 2nd down and 4.
Trojans were a little excited there, wanting to get after that quarterback. Game clock continues to run. We're down to 5 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Once again, empty set here. Trips at the top of your screen, Twins at the bottom. Keep an eye on Ross and Vaughn here at the top of your screen. Looks like we're going to have a blitz coming from the top of the screen. Price is going to come free and going to make a sack there. Nice tackle. That is a sack by number 3, Price, and that sack is brought to you by Crawfish Springs Custom Cabinetry and Millworks. Big loss there. Nice play there by Price. Quite honestly, that was set up at the top of your screen. You had Vaughn and Ross showing pressure. When you see those two guys showing pressure, your linemen are going to go for them. Price came free, untouched. Big sack there, bringing up a huge 3rd and 16 here. Going to be a sweep here, tackle miss, but ooh, couple nice moves. But again, Vaughn makes a nice, Vaughn hit the back, and then number 1, Norton, makes a nice tackle for a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 4th and 16. Once again, your Trojans are going to force a punt there. Living in the backfield there for the Trojans. Nice tackle there by Norton. One thing I've noticed since last season, Norton has done a really good job of learning how to use his body and tackle low through the runner's legs, much like you see in college these days. This punt's probably going to be returnable. Norton's going to field it at the 39-yard line. He's going to have an alley at the top of your screen. Makes a couple folks miss. Gets it out to about the 42 before the tackle's made. But that'll be 1st and 10 for your Trojans at the 42-yard line with 3 minutes and 36 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Looks like Vaughn's going to be in the backfield here. Receivers are going to be Hurley McAllister at the bottom of your screen, number 11, number 8, Oliver. Top of your screen is going to be number 1, Norton, number 5, Garrison. Again, Day remains at quarterback and Vaughn in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Vaughn up the middle. Tons of running room. He's going to pick up about 12 yards there across midfield. And that's another Beth Price, Keller Williams, 1st down.
13, Nate Hurst on the tackle.
I know the Trojans want to mix in the pass, but quite honestly, Dade County's shown no ability to stop the run here. But the Trojans are going to drop back, potentially throw a pass. Going to throw a deep ball to number 1, Norton. He goes up, high points the football, comes down at the 10-yard line. Heck of a catch there by Norton, and that's another Beth Price, Keller Williams. 1st down for your Gordon Lee Trojans. Clock's down to about 3:10 here. Trojans are moving the ball quickly down the field. Heck of a catch there by Norton. DB was in good coverage. Norton just out-jumped him. Looks like Norton's going to come in for a break. Number 31, Schaefer's going to come. Oh, nope. Looked like he was going to come in, but it's going to be number 5, Garrison. So we're going to have Twins at the bottom of your screen. Single receiver at the top. Groce in the backfield. Going to be a quick pass out here to number 8, Oliver. He slams on the brakes, and he's going to take that one into the end zone for a Jordan Dupree, United Real Estate Experts touchdown. Once again, Oliver shows the shiftiness. Very few players make people miss like Oliver does here for the Trojans. He's consistently shown that ability. Dade just had to make a little quick 1-yard throw out to him. Oliver does the rest to make the score 13-0 Trojans, pending the extra point here from Grimes. The first drive was methodical. That second drive was like lightning in a bottle. Quick touchdown for your Trojans in just under 3 minutes. Here's the snap, hold, kick is good. And that makes your score 14-0 for your Trojans. Heck of a play there by Oliver, showing that shiftiness. So 2 kickoffs so far for the Trojans. Both have been kicked. One was kicked deep by Grimes. The last one was a short kick. Trojans almost recovered it. See what the coaches have decided they want Grimes to do on this 3rd kickoff of the game. Fans are pretty calm here at Billy Neal Ellis Stadium, Bobby Chapel Field. We may all be getting a little spoiled watching this Trojan team rack up points over the past couple of weeks. But it's Friday night, and I love watching it.
Back to number 20, Hayden Dunn.
See what the Trojans have in mind here on this kickoff. All the deep backs stand somewhere between the 10 and 15-yard line. Grimes could kick this one out to about the 5 if he wanted to really put a boot into it. Here's a kick. It's going to be a low liner that bounces. Ball is loose, and it's going to be picked up by number 4. Unfortunately, can't return a kickoff, but the Trojans are going to take possession on a nice recovery there by number 4.
Kickoff is covered by
Braxton
number 4,
Daniel.
Braxton Daniel for Gordon Lee.
And that's a turnover brought to you by Summit Physical Therapy. Trojans are going to take possession right at the 39-yard line. If you're the Wolverines, that's the last thing you want to see. You're already having trouble stopping the Trojans, then you give them the football.
Ball is being placed on the 34-yard line. First down 10, Gordon
Going to
Lee.
have Twins at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top, and Groce in the backfield. Going to be a rollout here. Throw to number 6, Ross. Going to do a nice job running through a couple tackles. He takes the football all the way down to the 20-yard line for another best price. Keller Williams, first down for your Gordon Lee Trojans. Again, Trojans used just under 3 minutes for that last touchdown. We'll see how long it takes them to get this 3rd one and go up 3 scores. Single receiver at the bottom of your screen. Twins at the top. Groce in the backfield. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Groce. Groce is going to drive his legs. Looks like he was going to be stopped for almost nothing. He makes it all the way out to the 10-yard line. Pretty good crack block there by number 6, Ross, that freed that up. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Football sits at the 11-yard line. Looks like Groce came out. Vaughn has come in. Clock sits at 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Snap, handoff to Vaughn. Not much of a hold there, and we have a flag. So Vaughn would have gotten the first down, but looks like we're going to have a holding call here, which is going to back the Trojans up and make it 2nd and 11. Not sure who that was on. Tough spot to get a holding penalty there. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Trojans, make it a little bit more challenging, but never impossible for these Trojans. We're up here on top of the press box. There's a few coaches up here with us. I'm trying to let them get me to let me make a couple calls tonight, but they're just not listening. They don't care what I want. Here's a handoff to Vaughn up the middle. That's exactly what I would have called. Touchdown, Vaughn!
Handoff goes to number 33, Lane Vaughn for the Gordon Lee.
And that touchdown was brought to you by Lane Vaughn and Jordan Dupree with United Real Estate Experts, making the score 20-0 Trojans with 1:42 left to go here in the first quarter. I looked over at the coaches. I told them that's exactly what I would have called there. Vaughn up the middle. Had they let me make the call, I promise I would have done that. Grimes set up here again for the extra point to see if he can make it 21-0 with 1:42 left to go here in the quarter. Here's a snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. Really like what I saw there. So a couple of these extra points have been getting close to being blocked. Looked like we had a little bit of a delayed snap on purpose there to slow down that rush. Some subtle adjustment made a huge difference. Nobody was even close to blocking that one, so love the growth we're seeing in that space. Hopefully Grimes did some squats this week. This will be his 4th kickoff of the game here in the first quarter. Already 3 extra points. Poor leg might fall off if this continues. 2 weeks in a row. Love the smiles we're seeing on the Trojan faces down on the sideline. Off to a good start, but I would not expect these Trojans to take their foot off the accelerator. Going to continue to push here. I'll try to look at some scores on Max Preps when we get to the end of the first quarter here, give you some updates. So 26, Grimes set to kick off again. He's going to kick this one high, and it's going to be fielded at the 11. Oh, it's not going to be fielded. Ball's bouncing down. Yeah, that was odd. So basically that ball bounced off of a player in the field of play, then rolled into the end zone. Not sure what the rule is in high school. In the NFL, that'd be a live football. Don't have my rule book in front of me here, so won't question the call there. Football come out to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wolverines.
Ball placed on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, Dade County from their own 20.
So Dade County comes out, trips at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Dade County's been unable to get a first down so far. We'll see if they can get something going here. Going to be a dive handoff up the middle. Hit's going to be made by, believe that's going to be number 66 Murtaugh and number 6 Ross, combining there on the tackle for about a loss of a yard. So football's now at the 19, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of 1 yard on the play. It's 2nd down and
watched a little bit of film this week on Dade County, saw a ton of passing, have not seen any attempts at passing so far tonight other than that sack by Price. They may need to try to do something else because running this football at Vaughn and Ross is not a good idea. Twins top and bottom. Trojans are going to blitz. It's going to be a throw to the outside. Catch is going to be made. Nice catch. Looks like he's going to be driven out of bounds right at the 29-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd and 1. Still not a first down. Looked like he was driven out of bounds there by number 3, Price, and number 5, Garrison. So it brings up 3rd and 1 here. The Wolverines have an opportunity to get a first down if they can drive the football forward 1 yard. We'll see if they're confident enough to try to run it here at these Trojans or not. Trips at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top, single back in the backfield. Here's a snap. It's going to be a quick throw to the outside. It's going to fall harmlessly to the ground, incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th and 1. Football is inside your own 30, but Dade County has not run the punt team on the field yet. Just looking at some of the comments, shout out to Chris Davenport, Jason Cole, as well as Nicholas Cole, who are all checking in. Jason Cole and Nicholas Cole checking in on number 85, Ethan Howard, who is our man Bash's big brother. Defense remaining Bash strong. Looks like the Wolverines are going to punt. And then Chris Davenport, who's out watching this O-line dominate. There's going to be the snap. It's going to be another kick. It's going to be an end-over-end kick. Would have bounced once. Looks like Trojans going to need to get away from that. Oh, no. Hit a blocker, and looks like the Wolverines are going to recover. For those of you who don't play football, that's definitely a Peter situation. Everybody should have got away from that football when it bounced. Unfortunately, football bounced off the leg of one of our blockers. Norton tried to dive on it, but was unable to recover. So this is the first possession for the Wolverines inside of Trojan territory. Football sits at the 45-yard line with 41 seconds remaining. Here's the snap. It's going to be a jet sweep to the outside. Quick cut up there. Tackle's going to be made by number 3, Price. It was a nice cut up, gain of 2 yards there. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 8.
Doubt the Wolverines will run another play here. Well, potentially they didn't break the huddle pretty quickly. 19 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Going to go twins top and bottom. Single back in the backfield. Game clock's down to 12 seconds. See if they snap this football. Looks like they are going to try to snap it, make a quick slant route. Big hit made there by number 8, Oliver. Great coverage there by Oliver. And then finishing with contact to bring up 3rd and 8 with 3.6 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Seen a lot of growth from the defensive secondary over the past couple weeks from the Trojans. Honestly, the only thing that kind of sticks out is an area where we have not done well. A couple of turnovers in the special teams game, something we'll definitely work on over the next few weeks. Going to be a straight drop back. Football's thrown, set up a nice screen there, but that ball falls to the ground incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th and 8 when we come back from this commercial break.
It's an honor to serve the community that I live in and help it to thrive. Here at Summit Physical Therapy, we focus on getting you back doing the things that you love to do. With years of trusted experience, we're bringing expert healthcare closer to home. It's hometown healing with care that's personal, local, and built around you. Coming soon to our North Georgia communities.
Logan. Junior Haley Talley. And now college freshman at Maryville College, Charles C. McElhaney. Haley and Charleston were also selected to the All-State golf team. Also receiving a ring will be head coach Kevin McElhaney. Congratulations to these young ladies for a great year. Your 2025 GHSA Girls Class A Division I State Champions.
All right, we are back, and it looks like the Wolverines are going to go for it. They're finally on the Trojan side of the field. Looks like it's going to be twins at the bottom of your screen with a tight end and then single receiver at the top. Quite honestly, if I'm Dade County, I'm going to this receiver at the top of the screen in man-to-man coverage. We'll see if they have the guts to challenge Oliver here. Looks like they are going to try to go deep here. Trojans in coverage. Nice coverage there by number 5, Garrison. And that ball falls to the ground. Turnover on downs. And your Gordon Lee Trojans are going to take over once again with great field position. Football sitting at the 43-yard line. Again, I just talked about the growth from the secondary of the Trojans. Tried to throw a hitch and go there. Garrison was not fooled. Stayed stride for stride with that receiver and then went up and knocked that ball out of the air. Looks like we're going to go twins top and bottom. Vaughn the back in the backfield. This Trojan offensive line has been on fire tonight. I'll get some numbers and names called out here in a minute. So hard to see them during the game. It's going to be a straight drop back. Going to be a deep ball to the outside. We're going to have a heck of a catch. No, catch was not made by number 11, McAllister, but the flag came out. It's going to be pass interference, and that'll be a pickup of 15 for the Trojans. The Dade County coach can point all he wants to, but the reality is that's going to be defensive holding and a first down for the Trojans. While we have a minute, let's shout out this offensive line of the Trojans. We'll start with number 54, Will Chambers. Looks like number 53, Griffin Moore, number 55, Joe Gillum, and number 60, Conrad Leichman, if I'm not mistaken, at the top of your screen. I see 58, Eli Hasty. Sorry, it's 50, my bad. 50, which is Will Slayton. And this offensive line is killing it tonight, creating massive holes for the Trojans. Would expect that to continue. Trojans are trying to go up 4 scores here. We'll have to find a new analogy other than the chandelier analogy I used last week if we go up 5 scores. Y'all be thinking, hit me up in the comments if you have a good analogy. So they have not moved the chains yet, but they have now. So football is now across midfield and sits on the 42-yard line of the Wolverines. Sorry, 47-yard line of the Wolverines. Twins at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom, Vaughn in the backfield. Going to be a big hole here for Vaughn if we can make any block. They have blitzing backers. Vaughn does a nice job finding his way through traffic. Football gets all the way to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Trojans.
Taken by about 58 Jet Shavers.
When you have a back like Vaughn, defenses tend to try to run blitz with linebackers, which can be effective unless you miss a tackle, and then there's nobody at the second level. And I can promise you no cornerback wants to tackle Vaughn alone. Here's another opportunity for Vaughn. Cornerback did not want to tackle Vaughn alone. Did just push him out of bounds, but big gain there for Vaughn, and that is another best price. Keller Williams, first down for your Gordon Lee Trojans. Football all the way down to the 22-yard line with 11 minutes left to go here. 11 minutes and 7 seconds left to go here in the first half. Vaughn came out. Groce is on. Twins at the top. Hand off to Groce up the middle. Groce gets hit early there. Pickup of about a yard. Ball's going to sit at the 21-yard line. 2nd and 9 for the Trojans.
Evan Avens and Garmany. Gaining 1 yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Looks like we're going to have twins at the bottom of your screen with Norton and Garrison. Single receiver at the top. Believes that's going to be McAllister. Tight end's going to be number 6, Ross. And Groce, you're back in the backfield. Going to be a reverse here to number 5, Noah Garrison. He's trying to break contain on the outside. He picks up about 2 yards, but is chased down.
Number 5, Noah
Football
Garrison
makes it all the way to the 19-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 7 for your Trojans. Be the longest 3rd down the Trojans have had so far tonight. Would expect this to be easy 4-down territory for the Trojans unless Groce just wants to give Grimes an opportunity to kick a field goal in case we need it later in the season. Twins at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top, Vaughn in the backfield. Hand off to Vaughn up the middle. He's going to drive his feet, make it all the way down to the 14-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th and 2. Looks like the Trojans are going to just bring in the heavies, number 45, Murtaugh, number 3, Price, for some extra muscle at tight end. And I'd again expect this to be smash mouth football behind the big bodies. It's just a test of manhood here. Can somebody stop Vaughn? I promise you this ball's running right up the middle to him. Who's going to stop him? Trojans do try to get him to jump off sides. Love the veteran presence of that offensive line. Not to cost the Trojans 5 yards. Handoff to Vaughn up the middle. As I described, he's going to drive his feet, get all the way down to the 9-yard line for another best price. Keller Williams, first down for your Gordon Lee Trojans. After that first down, Vaughn's going to come off. Groce is going to come on. I can promise you folks, if I know Vaughn's going to run that football up the middle, Dade County does as well. There's just not a lot of play calls to stop that. Could be another handoff to Groce to the outside. He's got an angle, makes a couple good cuts, drives his feet all the way down to the 2-yard line, which will bring up 2nd goal for your Gordon Lee Trojans. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the half. Looks like number 19, Honor Smith, is on his way into the game. Young freshman tight end. Looks like we also ran on number 62, which is Parker Ray. No receivers in the game. Heavy at top and bottom. Wildcat to Vaughn, straight up the middle. Dade County actually does a nice job there. Vaughn's able to gain about 1.5 yards, gets it to about the 6-inch yard line, which will bring up 3rd and goal there.
Tackled by the center of the Wolverine line, led by 52, Avon.
Looks like the Trojans are going to go right back at that here. Heavy set at the top. Vaughn's going to take this one right into the end zone for another Jordan Dupree, United Real Estate Experts, touchdown for your Gordon Lee Trojans. And Vaughn continues to rack up touchdowns on the season. I'll have to look at stats at halftime. He's got to be nearing 10 touchdowns on the season already, if not 12. So that puts the Trojans up 4 scores. And Grimes, once again, making his 9th kick of the game already. See if they continue with that delayed snap option. They do. Trojans actually jump off sides. Flag was not thrown, though, surprisingly enough. Something the coaches up here definitely saw. They'll coach that up. Fortunately, the officials did not see that offsides. So that kick was up and good, making the score 28-0 for your Gordon Lee Trojans. .7:35 left to go in the half. I will tell you, looks like Dade County brought their band tonight, so you'll see 2 band performances at halftime. Dade County first, your Gordon Lee Trojan Marching Band second, performing Neon Ocean, and then we'll come back, talk a little bit about the stats for the first half, and get the second half kicked off. Based on what we're seeing right now, what we saw last week, I would expect to see a lot of the younger guys again in the second half, with the Trojans already up 4 scores. A lot of good lessons learned last week by that young Trojan defense. They gave up 3 scores last week. I would expect to see them give up less this week as they've gained more experience. It'll be exciting to watch those young guys when they get the opportunity here in the second half. But first, let's continue to build on this lead here in the first half. Kickoff from Grimes is going to be deep. Going to come down at about the 13. It's going to be bobbled. Ball's loose, and it's going to be recovered by number 9, Groce. And the Trojans are going to take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Nice job there. Wolverines continue to struggle to recover these kickoffs. Trojans will take those every opportunity they can. That's the 3rd special teams turnover of the first half. 2 by the Wolverines, 1 by the Trojans. But we're going to take a timeout on the field, and we'll be back.
The Trojan Club raises money to support all athletics at Gordon Lee High School. 100% of all proceeds benefit our student athletes, and we'd like to say thank you.
Thanks for the turf and the video board.
We love our renovated dugouts and video board.
Thank you for covering all drug testing in our athletic fees.
We appreciate the drones and the Titan GPS trackers.
We appreciate you covering our state travel fees and equipment upgrades.
Thank you for our custom whiteboard and our upgraded lockers.
We love our awesome new court and video board.
Thanks for paying our entry fees to our tournaments and everything you do for our athletes.
If you want to be a part of this greatness, scan this Venmo code and donate to the Trojan Club today.
All right, Trojan fans, tell me if you've seen this before. Trojans score, they kick off, and they recover a fumble on the kickoff, and the Trojans have the football sitting at the 18-yard line of the Wolverines, looking to go up 5 scores. I still haven't seen any good options for this week as far as analogies go. Going to be a quick run out to the outside by number 8, Oliver. He is going to pick up some yardage, gets it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Handoff goes to number 8.
Pick up of about, looks like, call it 8 there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2. So nice run there by Oliver. Once again, deceptive speed and very shifty from number 8 there.
Gain of 8 yards on the play.
Football sits at the 10-yard line for the Trojans. Clock is stopped due to Oliver running out of bounds. 7 minutes, 25 seconds left to go here in the first half. Got a stacked Twins look here at the bottom of your screen. Don't see that often. Going to be a quick throw out to Oliver. He's going to be wide open and run right up the sideline.
Pass complete to number 8, Bryson Oliver for the Georgia Trojans.
United Real Estate Experts. Touchdown for number 8, Oliver, and your Gordon Lee Trojans. And now the Trojans are up 5 scores. We just put that chandelier once again over the dining room table with 7:20 left to go in the half. This is even a faster pace than we saw last week against Chattooga. Trojans have exploded offensively the last couple of weeks. Poor Grimes is going to have to come to the sideline and ice his leg after this kick. Here's the snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. Nice job there by Grimes.
Snapping is Murphy, holding is Daniel.
And that's going to make your score 35-0 for your Gordon Lee Trojans. I watched Grimes come over to the sideline. Looks like we might have provided him a personal masseuse for his leg there with all the kicking he's doing. Probably sponsored by the Trojan Club. Just kidding, fans. We do not have a personal masseuse. For those of you who watch on a weekly basis, you have seen Bryson Oliver do some real damage from that wide receiver position the past couple weeks. I believe he has 4, if not 5 touchdowns already the past 2 weeks. Trying to make a play for player of the game from local beard company. It's going to be tough competition. We'll see. Trojans are basically just looking around saying, who should we kick this to? Hopefully they won't catch it. We'll recover it. Best offensive play of the night. Kick it 50 yards, recover. Going to be a high kick. It's going to be fielded at the 18-yard line. Was caught there by the Wolverines. The tackle is going to be made by a couple of players. Looks like number 15, Connor Jenkins, was the lead tackler there, as well as number 5, Noah Garrison. And my man, Cole Derryberry, number 44, back in the lineup after being injured for a couple weeks. Really glad to see that senior back. Heck of a linebacker for these Trojans. Would assume he slowly works his way back into the lineup here over the next couple weeks and is ready to go when we play Fannin County. Much like Vaughn, number 44, Derryberry, brings the wood. Gonna have a tight Twins top and bottom here. Gonna be a snap. Here's gonna be a rollout, top of your screen, a lot of pressure, but good throw and catch there. Gonna be a pickup of about 8 yards. Tons of pressure on this quarterback. If I let the fans guess who was putting that pressure on, I bet you could figure it out. It was the menace, number 6, Garrett Ross. Quarterback was able to still make a great throw and a pickup of about 8 yards there all the way to the 40-yard line. So Dade County still didn't get the first down, but great throw and catch there under duress. Looks like we got trips at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top. Looks like we're going to be another straight drop back. That time, Vaughn putting the pressure on, and then big hit there made by number 4, Braxton Daniel. That ball comes flying out. Receiver did not have possession of that long enough for it to count as a catch. But heck of a play. That all started with the pressure by Vaughn, and then the nose for the football by number 4, Braxton Daniel, who always seems to find a way to be close to the football. Big hit there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2 from the 40-yard line for the Wolverines with 7 minutes left to go here in the half. Wolverines are unable to work very much time off the clock here. You're going to have to hand it back to the Trojans, already up 5 scores. Twins top and bottom. Trojans are going to bring a blitz here. Let's see if the Wolverines can block it. Trojans fake the blitz. Murtaugh stood up, freaked out the offensive line of the Wolverines. We'll back them up 5 yards due to a false start. That's going to make it 3rd and 7. As if the Wolverines haven't had enough trouble picking up first downs. Those types of plays, false starts, and self-inflicted wounds won't make it any easier. We're going to go twins top and bottom here. Single back in the backfield. Not sure that back matters. They're going to have to throw the ball here. I don't think there's any way they can pick this up from a first down. See if the Trojans bring the thunder here. Looks like they're showing blitz. Going to come from the top side. Nope, bottom side here from number 4, Braxton Daniel. Tons of pressure. He's going to make a nice hit. Ball's going to fall harmlessly to the ground. That was great timing there by Braxton Daniel. He held it just long enough. Back didn't see him coming. And then Daniel was in the face of that quarterback before that quarterback could even get out of his roll. And that brings up 4th and 6 from the 35-yard line for the Wolverines. And despite the fact that they're down 5 scores, they got to punt the football here.
Back in punt formation for Dade County.
Number 1, Norton, back to receive. He's going to be standing at his own 35-yard line. Here's the snap, wobbly snap. Going to be a bouncer. Oh no, we're going to have to go get that. Nope. I think he touched that football, folks. Looks like the official did not believe he touched that football. So fortunately for the Trojans, that ball bounced over Norton's hands. And that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Trojans from the 13-yard line. So this one's going to be a little bit more difficult for the Trojans. They basically had to work from midfield and in. This time they're going to have to take it about 87 yards for the touchdown. Got that same stacked twins look, but it's at the top of your screen. Looks like Garrison is on the backside of that here. Single receiver at the bottom is Norton. Here's going to be a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Groce up the middle. Contact's made early, but Groce uses those powerful legs to drive his feet for 9 yards and bring up 2nd and 1 for the Trojans. Have a late flag. It's going to be called on the Dade County coach. Looks like he was saying something to the line judge there on the side. So that is going to be a personal foul on the coach. Unsportsmanlike conduct. It's going to be a 15-yard gain for your Trojans. And the reality is here, Coach, the Wolverines have struggled to stop the Trojans at all. Every yard you give them through penalties makes it even worse. So the football is going to come all the way out to the 37-yard line. And that's a Beth Price Keller Williams 1st down for your Trojans. Brought to you via penalty.
Penalty places the ball on the 37-yard line. 1st and 10.
Looks like we're going to have Groce in the backfield. Stacked twins at the bottom. Single receiver at the top. Here's going to be a handoff to Groce at the top side. He is going to be rolling here. Runs through his own blocker. Takes the ball across midfield. And that's another Beth Price. Keller Williams, 1st down. Garrison broke down the block there. Groce made a cut, ran directly into Garrison's back, and is still able to get out to the 50-yard line for a 1st down. Groce comes out, Vaughn comes in, clock runs, 6 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here in the half. Stacked twins again at the bottom of your screen. McAllister in single coverage at the top. Handoff to Vaughn up the middle. Quite honestly, Vaughn had gone 7 yards before any contact was made. He picks up about 8.5. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.5 yards for the Trojans. Football's all the way down to the 42-yard line of the Wolverines.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Trojans may have to put these younger players in before halftime if this continues. Twins at the top, single receiver at the bottom. Vaughn in the backfield here. Ross in the tight end position. Going to be a straight drop back. High throw to number 1, Norton. Leads him just a little too much out of bounds. It's going to fall harmlessly there, incomplete. Little hitch and go action there. Norton did have a step, but the football led him out of bounds. So that'll bring up 3rd and 2 for your Trojans. Ball at the 40-yard line.
to be 3rd down and 2.
I went to my playbook. I looked 3rd and 2, Vaughn in the backfield. I'm going with Vaughn up the middle here for the 1st down. Motion from number 5, Garrison. Handoff to Vaughn up the middle, and it's going to be more than a 1st down. Vaughn just trucked the official.
Handoff goes to 33, Lane Vaughn.
I personally know that official that just got trucked. He'll need some ice there, but that's another Beth Price. Keller Williams, 1st down. I saw that official get up, and he said, where did that train come from?
1st down 10, Trojans from the Wolverines, 27-yard line.
Vaughn comes out. Groce is in. Handoff to Groce here. He gets hit early after a pickup of about 2. Gets the ball to the 25-yard line with 4 minutes, 40 seconds left to go here in the 1st half.
He's 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Keep an eye on that official. Make sure he's still moving around okay. Twins at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top. It's going to be a throw on a slant to number 1, Norton. Led his receiver just a little too far. Norton was in and fully extended with the linebacker coming at him there. So that'll bring up 3rd and 8 from the 25-yard line for your Gordon Lee Trojans. Trojans tried to get a little sneaky there. They've run that same play a couple times where they've thrown that little hitch route. That time they tried to catch Dade County sleeping. Did have a bit of an angle, just couldn't secure that throw and catch. Here's Vaughn up the sideline. He's chugging, running over people. He takes the football all the way down to the 16-yard line, and that's 1st and 10 for your Gordon Lee Trojans, brought to you by Beth Price at Keller Williams. If you're Dade County, I don't know what you do here. No matter what you do, you've been unable to stop the Trojans. Groce in the backfield, handoff to Groce. He makes a couple nice moves. Picks up about 4 there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Football's going to be down to the 12-yard line. Clock ticks down to about 3 minutes and 50 seconds here. Second's going to be a keeper by Day up the middle. Runs over a couple of Dade County players, including a linebacker. Takes the football all the way down to the 1-yard line for another Beth Price Keller Williams 1st down. Groce comes all, wait, nope. Looks like Groce is going to stay. Trojans are bringing in the heavies.
1st and goal, Trojans.
Doesn't look like it's going to be a wild. Nope, it is a Wildcat situation. Day's going to come off. Groce is going to be in at that Wildcat quarterback. Looks like Honor Smith has come on at the top of your screen, and then the heavy set at the bottom of your screen. Here's a snap run by Groce to the outside, and that's going to be a touchdown for your Gordon Lee Trojans, brought to you by George Dupree, United Real Estate Experts. And that puts your Trojans up 6 scores with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here. Grimes set to kick the extra point to make it 42-0 Trojans. I'm going to be honest with you folks. If the Trojans wanted to, they could score 100 points tonight. Probably shouldn't do that, but they could. Kick is up, kick is good, and it is now 42-0 for your Gordon Lee Trojans.
Good.
I was just talking to my man Ricky. He said the ball joint in his camera is struggling to keep up tonight. The way the Trojans are moving it up and down the field. We may have to get some WD-40 before next game, Ricky. Also just talked to my scoreboard man, AJ Edmondson. He's already got a blister from all the scoring he's having to put on the iPad. Somebody get this man some ice.
Picking off for the Trojans, Ira Grimes. Back deep was the Wolverines, Darmany, Christensen, and Dunn.
No matter how bad either one of you feel, neither one of you feels as bad as that official that got trucked by Vaughn, though. Make sure to give him a call after the game. Check on him. Grimes is set to kick off. And Wolverines are just hoping they can catch this. That's really the goal here. They do. Catch it on the run. Tackle is going to, ooh, a couple missed tackles there, but looks like, wait, is that, oh, ball comes out. But that tackle was made by number 23, Jasper Beeson. Big hit, ball popped out. Dade County's able to return, but nice tackle there by number 23, Jasper Beeson, bringing the thunder there. Football made it out to about the 21-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 for the Wolverines with 3:12 left to go in the half. Saw the band directors out there talking. They're asking if we can do something to cool off the turf from the way the Trojans have been running up and down it before we ask the bands to come out at halftime. Twins at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Going to be a motion on a quick, oh no, little counter. Nice play option there, but gain absolutely nothing as a result.
And now goes to 21, Anderson Winston.
Hosts the Trojans in on the tackle. Let's see who comes off the bottom. Looks like we got Price, 44, Derryberry, and number 6, Ross. 3 guys you don't want to get hit by, especially 3 guys you don't want to get hit by all at once. Gain of 1 yard there. 2nd and 9 for the Wolverines. Was nice play design there. A little counter trying to catch the Trojans off guard. Unfortunately, no luck. Twins top and bottom. Going to blitz from the top again. Ball's going to be thrown over the middle to an open receiver. Tackle's going to be made by number 11, McAllister, but that's going to be the first down of the game there for the Wolverines.
Tackle made by Hurley McAllister.
Had a big blitz by number 4, Braxton Daniel. Was picked up last minute by the back. That quarterback would have been sacked.
First down 10.
Quarterback stood in the pocket strong, delivered a nice throw, and that's a 1st down for your Dade County Wolverines. Ball sits all the way at the 43-yard line with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left to go here in the half. Trips at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Would expect the Wolverines to continue to pass. I don't know why they would even attempt to run at this point. Going to be a pass. Nice job there by Vaughn. He goes up and bats that ball down. You can see the look in Vaughn's eyes. He really wanted to catch that one and take it to the house. But still a nice play there by Vaughn. Saw he wasn't going to get to the quarterback in time for the sack. Throws his hands up and bats that football to the turf. Wolverines are going to have trips at the top of your screen. Single receiver at the bottom. Nope, they're going to go empty. Twins at the bottom. So definitely passing situation here. Let's see if the Trojans will try to go get this quarterback. They're going quads at the top of your screen. Trojans are coming after it. Ball's thrown deep with no luck. Pressure put on by both Price and Ross there. I'll be honest with you. I think both those guys were being held, but the officials showed a little mercy not making that call as the ball falls harmlessly to the turf to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Wolverines. Looks like we're going to go Twins top and bottom, single back in the backfield. Another passing situation here. Oh, they're going to try to run a little heater to the outside. They're getting nothing, though. Vaughn, Ross, and Harms Benefol in on the tackle. Going to be a loss of about 5 yards there, and that's going to bring up 4th and 15. And I'll be honest with you, the Wolverines said, we're going to punt this and hope the Trojans don't score again before halftime. Game clock ticks down to 1 minute, 17 seconds.
4th down and 15.
Reminder, both bands are performing at halftime. Also a reminder, A.J. Edmondson, the scoreboard man, will be down in the stands during halftime signing autographs. Going to be a punt, a little bit of a spiral there to number 1, Norton. He catches it, retreats a little bit, does make a couple guys miss. He's going to pick up about a yard or 2 there. Football's going to sit at about the 36-yard line.
By Hunter Sharp and Evan Avon.
Looks like it's going to sit at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Looks like the Trojans are going to keep that starting unit in with number 33, Vaughn, in the backfield. Looks like we're 1 short. Looks like Harms Benefold's coming in, tight end perspective. Going to go twins at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom, and Vaughn in the backfield. 49.9 seconds remain here in the half. Vaughn takes this football up the middle, driving his feet. He's going to take the football all the way to the 48-yard line for another Beth Price Keller Williams first down. The clock sits at 40 seconds. Don't think the Trojans are going to go hard here trying to score. They may run one more play, see if Vaughn can bust it. They do hand it to Vaughn on the outside. He does have an alley. Continues to drive his feet. He's going to be tackled at the 40-yard line for another Beth Price Keller Williams first down. Clock's going to spin here. See if the Trojans try to run one more play before the end of the half here. Vaughn comes out, Groce comes in. Try to get the stats at halftime from my man Gene Wilson down on the sideline. We'll cover those after the bands perform. Going to be a handoff to Groce up the middle, stutter step. He's going to take the ball for a gain of about 3, and that's going to end the first half. Your Gordon Lee Trojans leading the Dade County Wolverines 42-0. Please enjoy these 2 excellent marching bands, and we'll be back shortly.
I bought my very first home here 22 years ago.
Since then, this town has become more than a place. It's my community, my passion, and my purpose.
I've helped families grow, empty nesters downsize, and dreamers take their first big step. Whether you're buying or selling, remember me. Let's write your next chapter together.
Looking for an affordable, convenient way to jumpstart your career? At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we make education work for you. With hands-on training, many tuition-free programs through the Hope Career Grant, plus a 99% job placement rate means you'll be ready to fill in-demand jobs. Don't wait. Get the skills you need for the job you want. Visit gntc.edu today and start building your future.
It's all Navy, baby, and we stand with them. At Dade Energy, we fuel progress, when and where you need it. Reliable, on time, every time. Because community isn't just where we work, it's who we are.
When you want to keep up with the Gordon Lee Trojans, you listen to Brent, Jay, Ricky, and all the guys here. But when you want a home mortgage, you should call Payne Mortgage Team, where we are reinventing the mortgage experience. We'll take care of you, we'll even have some fun, and you'll get a brand new house.
Drum majors Marley Spurge and Joey Gibson. Is your band ready? You may take the field for your performance. ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the field your Gordon Lee Marching Trojan Band. Our halftime show is titled The Neon Oasis. Drum Major Olivia Wise, is your band ready? You may take the field for your performance. Ladies and gentlemen, the marching Trojan Band.
On the field, it's not just sweat you're losing. You're losing minerals, vitamins, and focus. Let's be real. Water really does suck until you put something in it. Real flavor, no fake junk, electrolytes that fuel performance. Champions hydrate smarter. Water sucks, fuel that matters.
I started helping people buy homes in 2017, and for 8 years, I've been showing up when they need me. I believe relationships drive success. It's about being available when it matters most. My mission? Keep it easy. Buying your first home should feel clear, not complicated. Let's go step by step together. You'll move into your next chapter feeling confident and ready. Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing, let's take the mortgage journey together.
We love our Gordon Lee Trojans. Come shop with them.
You gotta come see us on September 27th. We've got 15% off all Echo Power equipment. It's trimmers, blowers, chainsaws, you name it. Top quality tools at great prices. Don't miss out and come see us at Ace Hardware Lookout. You know we're always ready to help.
I'm Jimmy Sprayberry, class of '79. I grew up here in Chickamauga. Krista and I raised our children here. You know, I learned a whole lot about life on this field, and ever since 1988, I've been helping folks with their insurance needs.
When I turned 60, I too became bombarded with phone calls and junk mail about Medicare insurance.
And that's why I want to offer you a free Medicare review.
It's an honor to serve the community that I live in and help it to thrive. Here at Summit Physical Therapy, we focus on getting you back doing the things that you love to do. With years of trusted experience, we're bringing expert healthcare closer to home. It's hometown healing with care that's personal, local, and built around you. Coming soon to our North Georgia communities.
All right, Trojan fans, we are back for the second half of this football game between your Gordon Lee Trojans and the Dade County Wolverines. Trojans lead 42-0 here at half. Would expect to see the starters in for one possession offensively and defensively, and then move to the younger players. Go through a few stats here. From a rushing standpoint, Lane Vaughn has 169 yards on 18 carries with 3 touchdowns. Peyton Groce, 12 carries for 77 yards. Those are your rushing leaders. Passing leaders, Day, 6 of 9 for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. Those 2 touchdowns to number 8, Bryson Oliver, for 28 yards. Your leading receiver in yards is number 1, Landon Norton, with 37 yards receiving on 1 catch. We've also got number 6, Garrett Ross, with 15 yards and 5 yards for number 5, Noah Garrison. Also, in breaking news, currently Chattooga, the team that the Trojans throttled last week, is winning 13-10 against the number 1 rated team in the region, Fannin County. Hopefully that score will hold. Also, Christian Heritage putting a beating on the number 3 team in the region, which is Gordon Central, who lost to Fannin last week. So Trojans looking good to move up in the rankings. It's going to be a deep kick fielded by Groce at about the 9-yard line. He's going to take this football up the middle, going to get it all the way out to about the 27-yard line, where your Gordon Lee Trojans will start out 1st and 10.
Tackle made by Evan Avens and Nate
Again,
Hurst.
Trojans trying to build a big lead here. Already up 6 scores. Trying to build themselves a tabernacle here with a 6-score lead. Make it 49-0.
Ball is placed on the 28-yard line.
Folks often talk about the football field as the sanctuary. This is the Trojans' tabernacle. Twins at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Vaughn takes the football, adds to his 169 yards by running over every Wolverine player on the football field for a gain of 11, and that is another Beth Price. Keller Williams, first down. Beth Price and Keller Williams, they need to pay Lane Vaughn for the number of times I'm having to shout her out here. All these first downs from Vaughn. Vaughn comes out, Groce comes in. Twins at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom, hand off to Groce. Dances around a little bit in the backfield, finds a gap, picks up about 5. Football comes all the way to the 46-yard line. 2nd and 5 for your Gordon Lee Trojans.
Gain of 5 yards on the play, 2nd down and 5.
Twins at the top, single receiver at the bottom. Again, Groce in the backfield. Handoff to Groce. He's waiting on his blockers. He's got himself a little bit of an alley. He's up the sideline. He's going to get pushed out of bounds right at about the 25-yard line. And that's another Beth Price. Keller Williams, first down.
By number 13, Nate Hurst.
Shout out to Nate Price down there learning how to do the stats. That's my middle son. Apparently he's going to be doing the stats for my man Gene Wilson next week, as he won't be able to make it to the game. So if the stats are messed up, it's a Price kid's fault. Twins at the bottom of your screen, motion from Garrison. They're going to hand him the football. He's already got 5 yards rushing on the game. Makes a nice spin there, but only going to pick up about a half a yard.
Goes to number 5, Noah Garrison.
That'll bring up 2nd. We'll just call it 10.
Brought down by 27, Ty Clark. No gain on the play. 2nd
Trying to
down
pull
and
the
10.
broadcast back up on my phone so that I can watch replay here. Twins at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Vaughn back in the backfield trying to build on his 180 yards rushing. And he will, straight up the middle, keeps his feet. He's going to pick up 5 there all the way to the 20-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd and 5 for your Trojans with 8 minutes, 44 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Tackle made by 27, Ty Clark. Also on tackle 10, Garmany.
Looks like Vaughn's going to remain in the backfield. Looks like we've got Sean Harms-Benefold at receiver. Twins at the bottom. Going to be a quick pass there. Tried to go to Harms-Benefold.
Pass intended to 45.
With tons of pressure there in the face of Dade. Sorry about that cough, folks. That'll bring up 4th and 6 for the Trojans. Looks like the Trojans don't want to test Grimes' leg here. Looks like they're going to go for it. I'll be honest with you. The nice thing to do would be to attempt a pass here. Handing it to Vaughn probably results in a 1st down and potentially some injuries for the opposing team. Dade keeps it though. Unfortunately, he's unable to gain any yards. And that'll be a turnover on downs for your Trojans. First time tonight they haven't scored. I am noticing that the game clock continues to run though. Looks like we'll have a running clock here the entire 2nd half. Looks like the Trojans, I need some help here, AJ. Looks like the Trojans are running out that young defense. So we'll get our roster out, make sure we're ready to call out names. Looks like we also have Dade back in the field at linebacker. Looks like Jenkins and Beeson at safety. Looks like our linebackers are going to be Curry, Mitchum. Going to be a pass attempt here over the middle. It's going to be complete. Football's going to go all the way to the 50. Number 15, Jenkins, was in the stride there from a coverage standpoint. Just some technique stuff there. These young guys will have to continue to learn. Want to put your hand around the back of that receiver low and reach across his body to bat that down with his opposite hand. He reached with both hands, which allowed that receiver to catch the ball and continue to run. That's something they'll learn as they grow here. Going to be a keeper to the outside here. Tackle's going to be made by number 15, Levi Mitchum there.
Number 6.
Glad I'm getting an opportunity to call that young man's name out since I screwed it up all game last game. Apologize to him and his family.
Gain of 6 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 4.
Call out some numbers here. Looks like 84 Eli Peak playing corner at the top of your screen. Number 31 Schaefer at the bottom of your screen. Twins at the top, twins at the bottom. Motion. Going to be a quick slant throw. Ball's going to be in and out of the hands of the receiver. And that's going to bring up 3rd and about 4 from the 44-yard line of the Trojans here. See if this young defense can bow its back, put a little pressure on this quarterback, and get a big stop here. Defensive line, I see number 62, Parker Ray, number 19, Einer Smith playing defensive end. Try to get the other 2 here in just a second. Looks like 60 Conrad Lackman's in the game. And is that number 85, Ethan Howard, in the game as well? Love it. Going to be a quick throw to the outside here. Trojans are attacking. Big tackle made by several of the Trojans, but that play's going to result in the first down. Beeson did a nice job closing there. Probably should have went a little bit lower. Receiver was able to carry Beeson forward for the first down across the 40-yard line to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines there. Really good angle there by Beeson.
39-yard line, 1st down 10, Wolverines.
Just got to tackle those bigger receivers a bit lower, stop their momentum. Wolverines come out here. Twins at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Going to be a handoff here. Good gap there. Number 15, Jenkins, makes initial contact, and then a host of Trojans come in behind. Number 44, Derryberry. Number 17, Mitchum, in on the tackle after Connor Jenkins made the initial contact and stopped that back. Pickup of about 5 there, bringing up 2nd, so 4, bringing up 2nd and 6. Football sits at the 35-yard line. You can already see the growth from this young defense here in the 2nd week in a row. Every rep makes a big difference. That's a false start there by the center. The one snapping the ball jumped off sides. Back them up 5. That'll bring up 2nd and 11. This will give an opportunity here potentially for the defensive ends. Number 85, Ethan Howard. Number 19, Einer Smith, to pin their ears back and go after this quarterback.
Penalty places the ball on the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Would love to see a big sack from either of those 2 young men. Ball now sits at the 40-yard line. 2nd and 11. Clock continues to run. We're almost at the end of the 3rd quarter. 2 minutes and 56 seconds left to go. Trips at the top of your screen. Single receiver at the bottom. Would expect a pass here. Good job there by number 85, Ethan Howard. In the face of the quarterback and passed that ball down.
Ethan Howard.
Nice play there by Ethan Howard. Know he made that play for his little brother Bash, who's watching at home. Heck of a play there by Howard.
3rd down and 11.
Almost had the sack. Saw he wasn't going to be able to get the sack. Was able to bat that ball down. Brings up 3rd and 11. Trojans are looking to be Bash strong here on 3rd and long and see if they can get a big stop. Looks like number 70 is now in on the defensive line, which is Joseph Mason. Trips at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Go get them here. Looks like the Trojans are going to run a blitz. Quick throw to the outside. Nice tackle there by Beeson. Was a gain of about 9 yards there, which will bring up, 8 yards, which will bring up 4th and 3. Football now sits at the 32-yard line, needs to get to the 29-yard line for a first down. The Trojans are trying to make a stand here on 4th and 3
for the Wolverines.
Nice throw and catch there. See what the Trojans are able to do here. Twins at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top. You also have a tight end here at the bottom of the screen. Gonna be a straight drop back. Ball's gonna be thrown deep over the middle. Tackle's gonna be made by number 15, Connor Jenkins. But that's gonna be a Wolverine first down there.
Garmany. Tackle made by Connor Jenkins.
Looks like number 18, Cooper Childs, is coming into the game. Looks like 15, Jenkins, is going to come out. And ball sits on the 3-yard line. First and goal for the Wolverines. 53 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Going to be a handoff up the middle. Nice tackle there by number 70, Mason. Laying out that back, but no gain. That'll bring up second goal from the 3. Clock continues to run. Down to 31 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Heck of a play there by number 70. This young defense seems to have made some major adjustments in the run game, continuing to learn in the pass game. We've got trips, stacked trips at the bottom of your screen. Single receiver at the top. It's going to be a straight drop back. Pressure being put on. Big hit made there. Who was that? That 85 again? Ethan Howard bringing the heat. Almost had another. Saw Crawfish Springs Custom Cabinetry and Millwork sack there. Was able to knock him down. That's the end of the third quarter. We'll take you to a quick commercial break.
The Trojan Club raises money to support all athletics at Gordon Lee High School. 100% of all proceeds benefit our student athletes, and we'd like to say thank you.
Thanks for the turf and the video board.
We love our renovated dugouts and video board.
Thank you for covering all drug testing and our athletic fees.
We appreciate the drones and the Titan GPS trackers.
We appreciate you covering our state travel fees and equipment upgrades.
Thank you for our custom whiteboard and our upgraded lockers.
We love our awesome new court and video board.
Thanks for paying our entry fees to our tournaments and everything you do for our athletes.
If you want to be a part of this greatness, scan this Venmo code and donate to the Trojan Club today.
All right, Trojan fans, that running clock made that third quarter fly by. And we're rolling into the fourth quarter here. Trojans still lead 42-0. But it is third and goal for the Wolverines from the 3-yard line. Big play to end the third quarter there by Ethan Howard, putting pressure on the Wolverines quarterback for the second time this possession. See if the Trojans can make another big play here. Going to be a handoff, but it is going to be a touchdown for the Wolverines. They were able to stick that ball over the goal line. That'll make the score 42-6. Clock continues to run though, with the Trojans up big. The Wolverines set to kick this extra point. So that'll make the score 42-7. I did get a late breaking update here. Chattooga just scored again to make the score 20-10 late in the third quarter over Fannin County. Again, Fannin County ranked #1 in the region. The Trojans ranked #2. So we'll keep an eye on that. Also in local news. Last time I looked, score was 14-14 between McCallie and Baylor, which is a big game here in the Chattanooga area. We'll try to keep you posted on that as well. I think our game will be over well before the rest of these games, though, with the running clock. Even as the kickoff and kickoff return teams set up, the clock continues to run. We're down to 10 minutes and 39 seconds left to go here in the game. Trojans kickoff teams headed back. Do see some adjustments here. Looks like Groce is coming in. He is going to be the deep back.
Kicking off for the Wolverines, number 80, Carter Bradley. Back deep for the Trojans, number 9, Peyton Groce.
Is this the first time we've seen the Wolverines kick off today? Can't remember. Oh, they did kick off to start the game. So here's a low liner going to be fielded by Groce at the 6-yard line. And he is going to bring it up the sideline over here. One cut. You break loose. He's going to take it all the way out to the 39-yard line, 40-yard line for your Gordon Lee Trojans.
21.
First and 10.
Ball is placed at the 40-yard line. First down 10, Gordon Lee.
So it looks like the Trojans have that young offense in. Looks like 4. Braxton Daniel will be in at quarterback. Number 16, Calder Willingham at running back. Looks like we've got Schaefer at receiver as well as Childs. Handoff's going to be, is that Willingham up the middle there? Calder Willingham. Yep, big gain there by Calder Willingham. Pick up about 6, bring up 2nd and 4. It's a nice run there by Willingham.
Tackle made by number 78, Robert Cloud.
Looks like we've got number 32, Maddox Beeson, playing that sniffer / tight end role. Number 10, Carson Clark at receiver at the bottom of your screen. See if we can get you these offensive linemen's names as well. Willingham again up the middle. Gonna pick up about 3 to the 49-yard line. That's gonna bring up 3rd and 1. See if we can get these offensive linemen. Looks like we've got number 75, Jared Kazai. See number 62, which is Parker Ray. 64, which is Raiden Tucker. Who's the center, AJ? You making out that number? 54. Oh, looks like 54, or is that 64? Oh, 64. It's going to be a handoff. Oh, big stick there. As number 28 tried to take that ball up the middle. That was Blake Boyd.
Handoff goes to 38, Hiram Hasty. No gain on the play. It's 4th and 1.
So the Trojans have a 4th and 1 here as the clock runs down to 7 minutes, 45 seconds. I said Blake Boyd. That was not Blake Boyd. Hang on, give me a minute. See who that is, running back position. It's that Hiram Hasty at the running back position. My bad. It's 38, not 28. Blake Boyd is out injured, so I knew that didn't sound right. But he got his name shouted out on the broadcast, did he?
Penalty flag on the play.
It's going to be a false start by the offense there. Quite honestly, that actually wasn't a false start. The center snapped the ball and moved. Nobody else moved. That's not a false start. That's just a great opportunity for a running back to get murdered. Fortunately, they called it a false start. And so now it's 4th and 6 for the Trojans. Looks like they're going to bring in their punt team here. So Braxton Daniel back to punt for his first time tonight. Often you'll see that rugby-style punt from Daniels. But he is a versatile punter, so we shall see. Snap to him. No rugby style. Nice end-over-end kick. Going to be fielded at about the 25. Tackle's going to be made by, looked like Oliver and Jenkins there. And the football will come out to the 35-yard line. Clock continues to run.
Targeting the Wolverines. Tackle made by
Update still 20-10. I believe we're almost in the fourth quarter there between Chattooga and Fannin.
Ball is placed on the 35.
Big opportunity for your Trojans to move into the #1 spot in the region, which would have huge playoff implications if they could hold on to that. Dade County comes out, Twins at the bottom of your screen, Twins at the top of your screen. Looks like that same defense out on the field here for the Trojans. Motion, going to be a handoff on a jet sweep. Tackle's going to be made. Initial hit was made by number 85, Ethan Howard, and he is finished off by senior 44, Cole Derryberry. Again, Derryberry's been out injured for the last 4 weeks, so he is in the game and ready to go. Making that final tackle there to bring up 2nd and 9. Going to be a straight drop back. Quick throw here. Tackle's going to be made by number 17, Levi Mitchum there after a gain of about, call it 2. Going to bring up 3rd and 7. Football sits at the 39-yard line. So nice play there by number 17. Catch was made, immediately made a tackle, allowing no yak yards. And then finishing it off with that WWE-style suplex. I don't even know if WWE's still a thing. Is it, AJ? You used to love that wrestler, didn't you? Oh, he still loves it. That's what I like to hear. Going to be a handoff on the counter here. Honor Smith's going to make initial contact there as he was getting blocked. Nice job by that young defensive end. Pickup of about 3. He's going to bring up 4th and 2. Football now sits at the 43-yard line. Game clock's down to 4 minutes, 44 seconds. Chattooga scores again, making it 26-10. And pouring it on Fannin County, which is what the Trojans want to see. Looks like the Trojans have dropped back number 20, Dylan Curry here, to return this punt. Not sure he's had the opportunity to return a punt yet this season. Excited to see what he can do. Bad snap. Punter's still able to get the ball off. Curry's going to let this one bounce, and it's going to roll all the way down to about the 17-yard line with 4 minutes and 8 seconds left to go here in the contest. Trojans will take over offensively here.
Ball is down on the 17-yard line. It'll be first down.
Let's see. Looks like we've got number 27 at the top of your screen. Landon Williams at receiver. I saw number 2, Colby Ball, come into the game. Looks like he's going to be playing running back. Looks like we've got number 18, Cooper Childs, in that slot position. It's going to be a run here by Mitchum straight up the middle. He's going to take it all the way to the 20-yard line. So pick up 3 yards there to bring up 2nd and 7. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the football game.
Tackle made by 25, Elijah Williams. And 3 yards on the play.
I'm just messing with the coaches that were up here with me. They left one guy all alone up here. The rest of them are already headed down to the locker room to see the team. 3 minutes left to go in this game. Going to be a motion from Cooper Childs. He's going to cut it up the middle. We're only going to pick up about a yard there as he was cut off at the top of the screen. Football now sits at the 21-yard line. 3rd and 7 for your Trojans. Looks like Childs is going to come out. And the other Cooper Sane is going to come in.
Gain of 1 yard on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Number 2, Ball, remains in the backfield. He's yet to have a carry. Let's see if he gets one here. Looks like Mitchum's going to take it right up the middle. Nice spin move. He's going to take it all the way down to the 29-yard line for another best price. Keller Williams. First down, your Gordon Lee Trojans. Nice run there by Mitchum. Looks like number 2, Ball's coming out. Number 24, Charlie Campbell coming in at running back. Looks like we're also going to run off number 27, Landon Williams.
First down 10 Trojans from their own 30.
Looks like Tucker Edmondson's going to be the receiver at the top of your screen, number 43. Handoff here To the back in the backfield. Unfortunately, contact made a yard deep. It's going to be a loss of 1. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 with 1:35 left to go here in the ball game. It's only 9:30, folks. I was expecting to be here till at least 10:30, but this game's going to be over in under a minute and a half. Got Twins at the top of your screen. Single receiver at the bottom. Going to be another handoff to number 24. He's got an alley. He's running up the sideline. He's going to pick up another Beth Price. Kelly Williams, first down. That's a great run there by Charlie Campbell. Nice cut made. Brings it to the sideline and picks up that first down. It's a nice job there by that young back.
41-yard line. First down, 10, Gordon leads.
Game clock's down to 53 seconds. Twins at the top of your screen. Single receiver at the bottom. Colby Ball back in at running back. Going to be a handoff to Ball up the middle. He does a nice job breaking a couple of tackles. He's going to pick up about 4 there, all the way to the 45-yard line, and that really should be the last play of the football game, unless the Trojans want to rush it. Nice run there by number 2, Ball. Folks, I feel like I'm repeating myself on a weekly basis with one of 2 or 3 players as your player of the game, but this week, the local beer company player of the game is going to go to Mr. Lane Vaughn, who rushed for about 185 yards and 3 touchdowns. Young man was ready to play today, had a lot going on this week. Love to see his composure and performance, and he'll lead the team to the middle of the field here to celebrate this victory. Your Trojans win 42-7, and again, Lane Vaughn is your local beer company player of the game. Really appreciate everybody who couldn't make it to the game tonight coming out and watching at home on the Trojan Network. We'll be back at it again next week as the Trojans will travel. Where are we going next week, AJ? Is it Armurchie or is it Coosa? It's Coosa or Armurchie, folks. I don't have the schedule in front of me. It is Coosa next week. So we'll head to Coosa next week. And we'll be excited to have you as part of the broadcast. One last thing, if you have not followed the Trojan Network on Facebook, please do that. We'll keep you updated with all the broadcasts. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. This is the Trojans signing.
The next home game for the Trojans is October 30th, Thursday night. Make a note, October the 30th, Thursday night, and kickoff is 7 p.m. against Spanish County. Thursday night, October the 30th, 7 p.m. At this time, we'd ask that you join the Trojan Marching Band and all Gordon Lee students present and past in the playing of our alma mater. Here's a score from around the region. Chattanooga is beating Spanish County 26-10.